Welcome back to Fortnite Tales. This is Team Lindell here, where we play Fortnite and tell stories. Today we're telling the story of Anne Hutchinson. Anne Hutchinson was the first woman to achieve any importance in the colonies of North America. She was a traditional, hard-working wife and mother, which was common for the colonies. But what wasn't common was her ability to speak out with her own strong voice. The funny thing is we know little about her, whereas Winthrop and Williams, we talked about in previous episodes, they left books and papers that could fill up volumes. Mrs. Hutchinson left behind no writings. She published no books, no pamphlets, which really isn't surprising, as it would have been virtually impossible for her to do so as a woman in the first half of the 17th century. But she didn't write any letters either. If she kept a journal, it wouldn't survive. The only real documentation we have on her is the record of the 2 trials of which she was subjected. And these records offer a less than flattering view of her. Okay, what are the gods of Fortnite going to give us weapon-wise? It looks like a shotgun. Okay, we'll take that. There's a chest over here. Anybody else coming down? Pistol. Okay, we'll take that. Go ahead and hit that. I hear someone coming down. Where are you? Where are you? Oh, there you are. Sorry. Sorry. We'll take that. Go ahead and see what's up here. Sniper. Okay. Not exactly what we want. Let's go ahead and grab this. Let's go ahead and eat these. Nothing else here. Let's reorg here for a second. Okay, I'm going to put this here. I did not want to hit that button. This is what I want. I'm going to put the sniper over there. Okay, let's go see what's in this building. Anybody else here? I don't think so. Usually there. Oh, here we go. This is better than the pistol. And we get one of these. Oh, we got thunder spears. Okay. Let's use this for one of the quests. This is all about the quest. I missed. That was not good. Okay, so that blew up a bunch. I'm not finished the quest, but that's okay. In the meantime, we will pick this up. We will pick up some heals. Go ahead and swap these out there. Okay. It's a start. Probably not the best of starts, but hey, we got some weapons. We've got an augment coming, and that is going to be light fingers. Seems like a good one. Okay, grab that. Wow, we have a complete gray loadout. Okay, let's go see what else we can find. Anne was born in Lincolnshire in 1591. She was one of 13 children of Francis Marbury. 13 children. That is a crazy number when you think about it. Wow, that's a lot of kids. Her father was a minister, encouraged her interest in theology, and taught her everything he knew. Anne grew up, married a merchant named William Hutchinson, and they had 12 children together. 12. The number of kids is mind-boggling. Okay, there's a couple chests in here. What are you going to give me? Another SMG. And what's up here? Okay. Gold Maven. Let's go. Anything in here? No. Okay. Well, let's continue on our journey here and see what else we can, find. Oh, there's somebody right here. Hello. Well, that was interesting. Okay. Nice. Okay, what do we got in here? Well, at least we got some ammo. Let's go ahead and see what our next augment is. I don't like either of those. Treasure Hunter. Somebody over here. Where are you? Where'd this guy go? It's right there. Oh, wow! That hurt. That hurt. He had a pretty good weapon. Oh. Okay, we'll pick up his assault rifle. Oof. Go ahead and drop these minis. Anne always had a passion for religion and attended the sermons of John Cotton at St. Boltus in Lincoln. Cotton was a charismatic minister who was considered one of the top theologians of his time. He was a leading advocate for Puritan reforms within the Church of England and became increasingly critical of the church's hierarchy and lack of commitment to Puritan ideals. His dissent was so great that he eventually lost his license to preach in 1633, promptly immigrated to the Bay Colony, where he established himself as the leading minister of the First Church of Boston. Mrs. Hutchinson, her husband, and children, they followed Cotton to the New World the next year in 1634. Okay, so we've survived the early game somehow. What do we have here? Slide munitions. I don't need that. We'll do slap surplus. Maybe we can get some slap to replace our minis. Okay, we're still in the circle. That's kind of cool. I don't see anybody in Whitewater Bay. But we'll just kind of... I guess we'll just chill here for a little bit. Since we're in the circle, we might as well just hang out. Talk a little more. Anne was a natural leader and made her home a place for women in trouble. She would act as a midwife. She would dispense homemade remedies and give medical advice to women. She was not a women's rights activist, but she thought it was natural for a woman to participate in religious discussions. In fact, she and her brother-in-law, John Wheelwright, would hold post-sermon discussion groups at Anne's house on Sunday afternoons. And usually some evening during the week as well. They'd use this time to analyze in greater detail the words of John Cotton and other preachers in Boston. It became a popular event and would have attendance of up to like 60 people, with almost half of them women. And anybody who came could participate if they desired. What the heck was that? Trying to tell a story and there's people running around. I probably should have shot them. Interesting. But they're behind my back now. Oh, let's do exotic crab bag. What are you gonna give me? Okay. We'll go with the SMG. That gives us a pretty nice little loadout to start the game. Okay. Let's just chill here and see where the next storm circle takes us. None of what Anne did was controversial. The problem for Anne Hutchinson wasn't her actions, it was her beliefs. Cotton, Wheelwright, and herself, they believed in a covenant of grace. While most preachers and residents of Boston believed that a moral life was all that was necessary to obtain salvation in the afterlife, Miss Hutchinson and them argued that redemption was God's to give and could not simply be earned by effort. Faith alone was the path to salvation, not one's deeds. Granted that good deeds were an outward sign of faith, but they were not the only way to gain salvation. The logic of this doctrine was considered subversive by the majority of Boston, and more importantly, with the leadership of Boston. You see, the one power clergy had in New England was determining who was a full member of the church in good standing. This could be easily tracked by monitoring the good works of its members. Makes sense. The Hutchinson doctrine, on the other hand, stripped the ministers of this power. Instead, people were free to self-select their membership within a church. On top of that, people could receive divine grace without clerical intermediary. That meant anyone could receive the Spirit and preach as an ordained pastor, including women. Those in charge of the colony found this line of thinking to be, shall we say, alarming. I can't believe we're still in the circle. Oh no, I didn't mean to fire my gun. Oh, we're still in the circle. Okay, I'm thinking about maybe heading north instead of sitting here trying to find some high ground. Let's do that. Okay, somebody up here, we're going to fight this. Who's shooting up here? Well, it's two bots fighting each other. Okay, they were making way too much noise. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and start thinking about replacing the slap juices here. Since we got a bunch of chests, we're gonna get some slap. Okay, we'll take the slap juices. Let's head north of here before someone else comes. By the end of 1636, the controversy was dividing the colony so sharply that the leaders decided on some extreme measures. Winthrop was re-elected governor in May of 1637 and immediately set about dealing with Mrs. Hutchinson. He regarded her as the root of the problem. In November of 1637, he had Hutchinson, Wheelwright, their immediate followers, all before the general court on charges of heresy. They were able to convict Wheelwright easily, but they had real difficulty in convicting Hutchinson. Because she was a woman, she never spoke in public, nor wrote anything. It's difficult to convict someone who doesn't have any hard evidence against them. But when you have the governor and the lieutenant governor prosecuting your trial, you're never going to win. And thus, Hutchinson and some 75 of her followers were banished from the colony. Are you kidding me? We are still in the circle. This is absolutely nuts. I don't remember the last time I had a game where just like everywhere I went, I was right on the edge of the storm. That's hilarious. Winthrop followed up this conviction in May of 1638 with a trial within the Church of Boston. Cotton and other ministers who originally championed Hutchinson's beliefs walked away from her to save themselves. Hutchinson and Wheelwright were found guilty, excommunicated from the church. it was clear from Winthrop's writings that he believed that Anne Hutchinson was in some way being manipulated by the devil and was in fact a witch. He believed that many of the wrongs within the colony could be traced back to her. And he communicated these results to England so that all of the godly people back in England would not be discouraging from coming to Massachusetts. Okay, storm's closing in. We're still in the circle. This is absolutely bonkers, man. I have never had this kind of luck before. Hutchinson and her supporters, to save their lives, had really no alternative but to leave the Bay Colony and seek refuge in Williams's Rhode Island, where most of them settled and flourished. Her husband unfortunately passed away shortly after arriving in Rhode Island, but Anne and her 6 children, they moved further west to the Dutch colony at Pelham Bay, what is modern-day New York State. Here they became innocent casualties in the unrest between the colonists and Indians. Anne and all but one of her daughters were slaughtered and burned in an Indian raid. Okay, we got 5 other players left. Let's see what the circle gives us. Oh, we're going to have to move. Okay, let's check what we got. So the safe spot is going to be like right probably here. Just stay along the storm edge and work our way over there. Let's see if we can do that. Of course, the violent death of Mrs. Hutchinson and her brood was promptly interpreted as a "I told you so" moment by the orthodoxy in New England. The church leadership produced pious literature about this American Jezebel. Jezebel would be considered, I guess, a morally unrestrained woman. All of which was initiated by a scathing pamphlet from the pen of no other than Winthrop himself. And thus ends the story of the most prominent woman of the colonial times. It wasn't until the 1960s women's movement before Anne's accomplishments were brought to the public's life to kind of balance out the tarnished image from those times. Anne was, truly one of the champions of the antinomian view. She did much to keep this viewpoint alive and burning within the colony. Okay, we have successfully navigated our way into a safe spot. Now, with 4 other players left, we're going to attempt to win a game. We have decent weapons. We have some mobility, although I am terrible at this weapon. I'd much rather have had a sword. We do have key. I could maybe come up here and see what I can get for my key. What do we have over here? Nothing's better than what I have. Oh, there's somebody here. Great. Okay, there's fighting. We've got to go back this way. 3 people left. I'm going to come on and run this way a little bit. Okay, so we're sitting here. We got to head over to West Bay. Oh, this is crazy, man. So I need to be like over here. 2 people left. Okay, let's see if we can chill out and maybe third party this. We're fighting over there. Where are the last 2 people? That's really the question here. I'm kind of out in the open. I don't really like this. We'll sit here. On this edge here. As long as I don't get headshots tonight, which would be really unfortunate. Okay, I don't see anybody over there. So we're gonna have to make our way over here. We're gonna do that. We're gonna come this way. Can't believe we're back where we kind of started. We'll work our way along the edge of these buildings. See what we can find over here. Okay, there's some safety over here, but not really. We're gonna have to keep moving. Let's come over here. Okay, we're kind of safe. We've found a spot. There's still 2 people left. I don't know where any of them are. Let's see what we can do here. Oh my gosh, we have to go so far. There's the fighting. Yep, there they are. Okay, that's probably a mistake. Where is he? Where are the last players? I just went flying over. There you are. Ah! No! Where'd he go? What? What was he trying to do? I guess he was trying to kill me with his blade. Holy cow, we won a match! That was the most weird match I think I've ever played. The storm went with me, and I don't know what the final guy was trying to do. I guess he was trying to kill me with his lightsaber. Didn't think I had much. I don't know. That was crazy, man. Oh, if you've enjoyed this video, hit the like button. If you want to see more content like this, hit subscribe. And as always, have a great day if you want to.